Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's reading is going to be about the version of you that is trying to emerge. So this version of you is going to be someone that's already a part of you, like a version of you trying to express yourself. You might be going through a challenge right now, or trying to reach a specific goal, or just trying to manifest who you want to be. And who you want to be is already a part of you. It's just this reading will try to get you in touch with different parts of yourself. That's going to help you along your path in this moment in time. So I have 3 different decks here. I have the Herb Crafter's Tarot deck with this beach rock right here. Pile number 2, which is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, this rock here. And pile number 3, which is the traditional tarot deck, this rock here. All right, let's take a deep breath before we choose. All right, let's get started with your reading. Hi, group number 1. Let's get started with your reading. So you chose the Herb Crafter's Tarot deck. This is a very unique deck because it's all about herbs and flowers and trees and root plants and stuff. And the descriptions to each and every card is just very beautiful. The book honestly is so has so much information in it. You can just read the book alone and just gather so much information. But yeah, thank you so much for coming to this reading. I miss you guys so much. Those of you who follow me, my little community here, you guys are so positive towards me and so loving towards me, and that's all I want in relationships. So I'm glad to have this little relationship with you guys. Okay. Hopefully more joins the community and spread love to each other. Okay. Some cards. Mushroom, white sage, mint, 7 of water, birch, the devil in reverse, blackberry. So mushroom is the tower in reverse. White sage, 5 of air, 5 of swords in reverse. 4 of water in reverse, which is the 4 of cups in reverse. 7 of water, 7 of cups. And blackberry, which is the devil in reverse. Okay. I'm getting that. Let's just see how this look. Yeah, I'm getting that the version of you trying to emerge is someone who can really take ownership of themselves and their goals and their path. And I'm seeing the version of you trying to emerge is someone who is definitely not scared. This is a fearless energy. The version of you trying to emerge is fearless. I'm seeing that a lot of you felt so out of control in your life. So out of control. For a few of you, it might have been, you might have a very strict family or a very judgmental family, and it really kept you in a bubble. Maybe you might have been sheltered, or Maybe I'm feeling that you weren't sheltered, you were just like judged constantly by the people around you, whether it be family or not. It can be any scenario in regarding that concept. Like, if you've ever felt really, really caged in to the point where you feel like you don't have control and you can't see past the cage you're in, this pile is definitely for you. I'm sure everyone has felt that in their life, but I'm seeing for you guys, there's a specific way about your life that has happened thus far that made you feel extremely restricted and caged in and not able to express yourself. So the version of you trying to emerge is breaking you free of that. You're getting liberated. The version of you trying to emerge will liberate you. So we have the Tower in reverse and we have the Devil in reverse. Yeah, there's like, you guys have got like either someone in your life or some kind of like maybe mental health issue where something is just like at the back of your head, like telling you constantly that you don't have it figured out, and therefore you're not gonna succeed in life without the help of other people, which is true. But I'm hearing that this voice is true in the fact that we do need each other, like as a society we need each other. But there's this voice that's telling you that you can't succeed by yourself. There's this voice telling you that you don't have what it takes to take care of yourself. Maybe a lot of you have felt like you just couldn't take care of yourself. Maybe you looked at your friends or looked at others, looked at social media, and been like, maybe you have felt like you were like a piece of shit in the past, and you felt like you just can't function. You just can't take care of yourself. And I'm here to tell you that is not true. That is conditioning. There's someone or some people or something that happened in your life that made you feel that you are just not capable of just succeeding in your life. Even if it's not even succeeding, I'm hearing like it's small things. Like you can't even do small things in your life. Like you are unable to do things for yourself sometimes, and it frustrates you. And it's actually kind of crazy because I get this concept a lot in my readings. So shout out to the people who come to my readings. You're going through a big glow up right now. There's a lot of glow up energy in my readings, which I'm like here for. And this is significant glow up. This is like spiritual glow up. This is like feeling safe within yourself, because this is really big change, you guys. We have the Devil in reverse, and then we have the Tower in reverse. This Devil energy is like being caged in or being trapped by your vices, and being trapped by addiction, being trapped of what really isn't there. Not what really isn't there, but like kind of like a trap that you can get yourself out of, but it's really hard to realize that you can. Also, the Tower is this is tragedy. This is like tragedy that's like an inevitable thing that has happened, and it's in reverse. And I'm seeing that I'm getting a little bit of a serious energy in this reading. I think some of you might really need to hear this reading, because I'm getting that there is a event that might have happened where you felt extremely low and extremely like hopeless about the future after it had happened. And I'm here to tell you that the version of you that is going to emerge is a version of you that will get you back to who you want to be, who you believe that you are, the amazing parts of yourself. You will save yourself. You're going to be your own savior. The version of you trying to emerge is the version of you who is just strong, is just strong individual. I'm sorry I don't have anything more detailed about that, but the version of you trying to emerge is strong. The version of you trying to emerge is someone that can make those moves to get you where you want to be. Someone where you can, your heart can just lay back and receive love while you go head first into your goals and you take care of things and you are able to reap the benefits of that later. Keep your heart open is the advice I'm saying here. Keep your heart open. Keep your heart open enough to know that you can be saved. Keep your heart open enough for hope. Yeah, this is like serious energy right here. I'm gonna read what they say about the Seven of Water, Birch, in the Herb Crafter's Tarot deck book, just to give you more insight about some advice, because this is a positive card in this reading. Seven of Water, Birch. Imagine the possibilities. Choose one option out of many. Open your heart to wisdom from soul. Toast to a fresh start. Birch leaves a cover of a book of... I'm going to show you the image. Birch leaves cover a book of ancient tree knowledge on a rustic countertop. Fresh ongam staves carved from fallen twigs are scattered about. A bottle of freshly tapped birch water sits nearby. Several glasses line the windowsill. The tall white trees can be seen through the window. Folklore, symbolism, and myth nourish intuition. There are countless forms of divination tools. Birch ugam staves are just one. Birch grows multiple stems from one trunk, and water extracted from the tree rids the body of toxins. When you hear a call to explore the depths, you may have several paths to pursue. Look for the common root in your many desires and clear out unhealthy illusions. Use divination to consider the path you will take next. Tap into the wisdom deep within your heart to divine the message. Your soul will give you direction. Make a clean choice and toast to your decision. So, like I was saying before, I think a lot of you have to open your heart. Like I said, this might be just a few of you might have been going through some very serious situations, like situations where it might even involve the law or like actual addiction, like serious stuff. That's just for a few of you. This can resonate with everyone, but this is definitely for a few of you that needed to hear this. You need to keep your heart open, because I think some of you are under some kind of illusion where you're hoping that something could be when it has already been destroyed. And that might be a message for one or two of you, actually. But like I was trying to say, keep your heart open, because, for example, if you do a little exercise like daily to open your heart and your intuition, you can ask yourself questions. You can have someone ask you questions, and you don't want to say yes or no out loud. You want to say and you want to answer quickly, and you want to have a relaxed body. You have these people answer you like very simple, ask you very simple questions like, do you like chocolate, or do you like bananas, or do you like soup? And you'll be like, And that can be an exercise to get you to understand how your intuition works. Your intuition is not there to give you any, it's not going to think you into any answer. It's not going to overanalyze anything. It's a or a answer. That's what it is. And that's what it means to follow your intuition. It's following that feeling. It's a feeling. It's really hard to put into words, but it's really important for some of you guys in this pile to really follow your intuition in your heart. Following your heart is not the same as following an illusion, and it's really important to know the difference. And to know the difference, you can see that in your intuition. But the version of you trying to emerge is a warrior of your soul. This person that's going to emerge, it will never let anything get in the way of you feeling safe within yourself, feeling loved. And the version of you trying to emerge is protecting you. You're protecting yourself. The version of you trying to emerge is someone who protects themselves. Okay, pile number 1. So let's look at your oracle cards. Let's move these up. Okay, I got some oracle cards for you here. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, cool. All right. We got expression, relationships, spiritual awareness. We have thief. We have volcano. Look for fairies. Build strength. The orphan. Cool. Okay, we got the thief here. Sheds light on potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Period. Like, this version of you is stealing a place for you in whatever environment that you want to be in. This version of you is making space for yourself. This version of you don't give a damn if people feel like you don't belong in a certain space. You're not allowed to be a certain way. You're stealing back your power. That's what I'm getting from that. And you're very unapologetic about it. I'm seeing like a caged bird. That's what it's giving. It's giving caged bird. You're building strength. This is self-explanatory, building strength. And I want to go back to the thief. And these colors here, you're like generating power from within. You're generating a lot of power from within. And this version of you that's emerging is a version of you who is very articulate in the things that you want. You might have found that in the past you were not very articulate with what you wanted and what you needed. This version of you emerging is someone who expresses themselves shamelessly, obviously respectfully, but also shamelessly. You might have a wound about that. This version of you that's going to emerge, I'm seeing that it's going to emerge, not even trying. For you guys, I'm seeing that this version is going to emerge out of pure like survival. You might have like tapped into this version through therapy or even like somatic healing, because not everyone benefits from therapy all the time. Talk therapy, a lot of people benefit from like very spiritual works, and I think a lot of you might really benefit from that. Definitely pair it together. You don't want to write off talk therapy. I'm not saying that it's not helpful. Definitely talk therapy is helpful. But if you're someone who's been in talk therapy for years and years and years, these are for you. People who have never been in therapy, talk therapy, you definitely need to do that. But if you are someone who has been in talk therapy for years and years and years, it might be very helpful for you to do some spiritual work or some somatic bodily healing, because I'm feeling that a lot of you need some bodily healing. Maybe you have some wounds when it comes to your throat and your intuition, and yeah, like there's a fire within you trying to come out. This version of you will emerge. This version of you is coming out swinging. I really feel bad for whoever did you wrong, because this version of you is about to, they don't know what is going to hit them, and you are not even going to know either. This version of you will come out swinging. And your spirit guides are going to be so proud of you, and they're already very proud of you. They actually want me to let you know that they're constantly around you. And then I didn't even see this thief has a little heart. You're protecting your heart. You're defending yourself. This version of you is defensive in all the right ways. And we also we have spiritual awareness, like I was just saying. It will be really helpful for you if you want to tap into this version of you earlier to gain some spiritual awareness. But this version of you is going to be very picky about your relationships. This version of you is going to be so defensive of your heart when it comes to your relationships. You won't take anything less than a loving person, a pure-hearted person, to be in your environment. Yeah, I'm seeing that some of you, like maybe one or two of you, are in a relationship that is dimming your light and repressing you. It can be a platonic relationship. It can be a familial relationship too. I'm really seeing familial relationships that's a significant thing for this pile. The familial relationships, your parents or whatever, I'm seeing that they really did a number on you. You have some trauma there, but yeah, this version of you is going to create so many strong boundaries for yourself. You're going to be like, wow, I can't believe I went this long letting this happen to me. That's what you're going to think when this version of you emerges. You're going to do what you need to do. You're going to fight. And then later you're going to be like, I can't believe I let that happen for so long when I could have just did this certain thing. Some of you, it was really hard to do a certain thing. Some of you, it seemed impossible. Some of you, it wasn't as easy as just saying no, which my heart goes out to you. But for a lot of you, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, never again, never again. Even for some of you who wasn't able to say no, you are going to protect yourself so much in the future. You're going to be like, never again. And I'm going to promise you, group number one, that this is not going to happen to you again. Whatever has happened to you, this will not happen to you again, because you won't let it happen to yourself. The version of you emerging will not let that happen to yourself. The version of you emerging for some of you is the parent that your inner child needed and wanted. That's a version of you emerging. Wow. This is really heavy. This is really heavy reading. Yeah. But I'm happy to give you guys a message. But let's read the orphan card, because you guys know I love reading these. Let's see. Also, I want to say that the version of you emerging is going to see magic in your surroundings. Don't think in your surroundings. I'll touch more on that. But also, don't think that this version of you is just a hard-ass person who's just not smiling, who's just a fucking a bitch or something. You're not gonna be a bitch. You're just gonna be doing what you need to do as a person to protect themselves. Nothing about that is going to be wrong and off-putting or mean or bad at all. Whoever thinks it's anything negative is someone you need to stay away from, or people you need to stay away from, or environments you need to stay away from. But no, this version of you emerging is going to be powerful, independent, strong, protective of your heart, and also very magical. The version of you emerging is going to see magic everywhere. You're going to see it because you believe it. You're going to be a beautiful manifester. The version of you emerging is a beautiful manifester. But yeah, let's read this. The orphan, the wounded child, the abandoned, the beggar. To study the orphan is to study the deep and challenging energy of our time. We are ever more connected, yet face collective isolation. The refugee crisis haunts our planet. Children are separated from parents, and the earth begs for our attention. We are in a time of universal orphanage, of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Take refuge in the fact that we all share the core wound and dilemma. It is normal to fear this card. It is as it haunts the caverns of our soul. When it appears, take time, real time, to be in the presence of the feelings this card stirs in you. Let it humble you. What are you starving for? What is the deepest gifts you imagine giving to others? What has been rejected is quite possibly what is most needed, dear one. Tenderness beyond tenderness is required. Imagine holding yourself in your hands. To recognize that each one of us fears rejection and isolation is to take one step towards the orphan. More kindness always. Access this archetype through creative acts like drawing, painting, or writing. Keep it simple. Ask the orphan what it wants to draw. Make them say. To go deeper, Mary Oliver's The Kitten. Those are very useful. I might plug it in this video, actually. Actually, I'm going to put this at the end of the video if you want to look at it. Mary Oliver's The Kitten. So I think that card is pretty self-explanatory for this reading. It pretty much sums up what I'm saying. It also can be a catalyst for that version of you trying to emerge. Definitely with this deep inner work. There's a lot of childhood wounds here in this pile. We're dealing with that, very much so. But yeah, I'm so excited for you guys. This is beautiful, pile number 1. Thank you so much for coming to my reading. I really appreciated reading for you guys, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's get started. Thank you so much for being here. I know I haven't posted in a really long time. I've been getting my real life stuff together, but I really miss talking to you guys because you guys are the sweetest. Honestly, every time I post, like, there's the most cutest, loveliest messages that I get, and I really love it. It honestly makes my week and month. Honestly, I sometimes go back and read them, and you guys are just so sweet. And I love when you tell me things about yourself. I want to know who's watching. Thank you for expressing stuff to me. Yeah, hopefully I can be more articulate in your reading. I'm not very articulate right now, but here we go. Let's shuffle again. Oh, these cards are so nice to shuffle. Love it. Okay. we have Three of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Swords. The Four of Wands in reverse. The Father of Swords, the King of Swords in reverse. Mother of Wands, Queen of Wands. Ooh, Queen of Wands. We love Queen of Wands. Okay. Okay, so the version of you trying to emerge is a very mature person. A mature and creative person. I'm seeing the version of you trying to emerge is seeing the importance of transmuting your energy. Okay, let's be more specific about that. The importance of having a certain feeling, like a strong feeling, whether you think is negative or not, and either knowing how to deal with it so it won't like keep you down, or using it for creative energy, or using it to create a stronger bond with someone. The version of you trying to emerge is like someone who is maturing. Even here, this is the Four of Swords, but I'm seeing this more in a positive light because we kind of have this cocoon here, and they're about to be a butterfly. This is maturing. Usually in the Eight of Swords, it's kind of like, it's not extremely negative card, but it is a card that's like, oh, I'm stuck. I don't see a way out. But they're blindfolded and they don't know there is like a pathway out. With this, it's more like, I'm not stuck. I'm cocooning and I'm reemerging and I am a butterfly. This is what that is about. This is like this version of you is going to be so creative. There's some poets here, writers here, anything creative. I get a lot of creative people flocking to this deck, to be honest. So if you're a creative person, this is definitely your pile. If you do things within the arts, like either with your hands, writing, singing, anything creative that just comes from you. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that you just comes from your sacral chakra, like that's what I mean. But yeah, even like with the Mother of Wands, like there's eggs underneath the Mother of Wands. There's things that I'm saying that a lot of you, the version of these people trying to emerge is someone that's taking their creative energy and putting it into use for the rest of the world. Definitely something that can make you some money, you know. But besides that, this is a version of you that is taking your creative energy seriously. This is a version of you that is maturing your emotional body, you know? Give me a second. Let me put this all together. I'm seeing that some of you in the past came off a little cold. Honestly, in my experience, I was raised in a way where it wasn't like super okay to show your feelings. You're feeling like, you know, like if you were raised that way, then you know what I mean when you feel like you were a little bit cold towards other people. But we all like, we both know that the feelings were just bubbling up inside. It was boiling like water on the stove, like, and it just blew up out of us. We didn't know how it was gonna come out. That kind of energy, that trauma, because it can create a lot of trauma too in our relationships with others. That kind of trauma is being healed. This version of you is healing that trauma. This version of you is taking that heartbreak as time on the field. This version of you is taking that blow up, taking harsh words that people have said to you, that you have said to others, as time on the field, and we're forgiving others and ourselves. We're healing ourselves, and we're transmuting that into something beautiful that can actually help us. The version of you trying to emerge is using your emotions to help yourself. Actually learning from your emotions. The version of you trying to emerge is someone who's gonna be effortlessly learning from their own emotions, not afraid to make mistakes. The version of you is mature as fuck. I try to simplify these concepts because I don't really like talking in like that kind of language where it's like I don't know if you guys know what I mean, like, but like language where it's like too, what's the word? It's too mystifying, because honestly, like, our spirit guides are very metaphorical, so I don't have to be that way. They can be that way, you know. I love them, but like, we can break it down to each other easily. I'm going to tell you that this version of you is mature. This version of you trying to emerge is extremely mature. The version of you trying to emerge is learning from their own emotions. The version of you trying to emerge is not using cold language towards others, using passionate language, not letting that passion eat you up inside. The version of you emerging is shining your beautiful, unique, alien superstar energy out into the world. You're gonna be so beautiful. This version of you. This is beauty. And I'm not talking about conventional beauty. I'm talking about like beauty. Like, you ever see a snake and, you know, I mean, all snakes are beautiful, but like the iridescent snakes with the iridescent, like, what is it called? Scales? They're probably not scales because they're not fish, but it's kind of iridescent, and it's like slithers in the light, and you see it and you're like, that's beautiful, but I'm scared to touch it, but that is beautiful. You know what I mean? And then like, you see a butterfly. For me, it's the blue butterflies. I love blue butterflies. You see a butterfly and you're like, that's beauty. That's beauty right there. Or you wake up in the morning and you might have your shades down, but you see that little glimmer of light touching that one side of the wall, and you're just like, that's beautiful. Like, that's what I mean by beauty. You read something in a book, or you hear a song, and you get a little teary-eyed or choked up because it was so beautiful. That's the version of you trying to emerge. Y'all are going to be iconic. Y'all are going to be brilliant. That's the version of you trying to emerge. Yeah. The version of you trying to emerge is not someone that sits around and let all their creative energy just fester inside of them until they just get so overwhelmed and they don't do anything. That's definitely me in the past. That's definitely me sometimes now. I try to be more on top of it. I know that's a lot of people. I know that's a lot of you guys. But don't worry, because the version of you trying to emerge is using all that passion and emotional energy you have inside you to create. And it's really mature to do that. Like, passionate people, like very, very passionate people, whether you've been diagnosed with like BPD or something, bipolar, like depression, like, aside from a diagnosis, very passionate people are such beautiful creators. They're beautiful creators. And some of them can come off cold, you know? But they're not. They're passionate. They have probably withheld that energy for a long time and told it wasn't okay and told that they need to dim their light, or dim their uniqueness. But the version of you trying to emerge is a grown ass person who does not give a fuck anymore, basically. And you're doing what's best for your like emotional body. Basically, honestly, you're doing this because it feels good. It feels like you're not going insane anymore. I don't know. Maybe some of you might understand what I'm saying, but I hope you guys understand what I was trying to say. But yeah, that's the version of you trying to emerge. Let's look at your oracle cards. Let's move these up. Alright, so we have creativity, physical body, emotions. We have all of these reds and oranges, which is very fiery and like sacral root energy. Physical too. Creativity here. And emotions. The Avenger. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteous on behalf of society or oneself. Ooh. Okay. Maria Sabina. Healing. I'm going to read this card, the description to this card later, because we need to know more about this author. Connect with your ancestors. Okay, interesting. Health checkup. And the river. Okay, let's get this all in frame. Okay. This is definitely have to do something about health, healing, physical body, and emotions, okay? I think a lot of you know that the way, for some people, including me, the way you feel definitely affects your health. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. When I get sad, I'll get sick. Like, it's so bad. It's just annoying. Like, if I'm sad, I'll get sick. And maybe some of you are the same. And the version of you trying to emerge is really, really taking care of yourself in that way. And you're doing that by transmuting your emotions, like I said. You're doing a lot of spiritual healing. That's like a very somatic way of healing yourself. You're getting that energy out. And I'm seeing that this version of you trying to emerge is going to be very influential towards other people as well. This does have a lot to do with other people, because I'm seeing maybe you might be an inspiration towards other people through your art, or maybe you might be an inspiration towards your family, even if you don't talk with them or not get terms with them. Maybe you have siblings and they sort of follow suit in your ways of doing things because they might have gone through the same childhood as you. You're definitely defending other people. This version of you trying to emerge. You're definitely like intuitively like being defensive of those who are you feel like need protection. I'm seeing that. This version of you trying to emerge is like very much, these cards here, I'm seeing like very much like generational trauma healing. Yeah. Generational trauma healing. Doing it for the ancestors. This version of you trying to emerge, maybe this was a wound that passed along through generations and generations of like being trapped and withholding the power you have in yourself and dimming and sort of like pile number one, but in a different way. I'm seeing that you guys have like just like held all this energy inside of you and never got to express it. Some of your ancestors never got to express it, and you're the one to do that, and you're the one to do it in a very conscious way, in a very creative way, in a way where you like, I know why I'm doing this. I might not be able to articulate it to you through my words, but I can do it through my art. I know why I'm doing this. And I'm seeing that you guys like intuitively want to contribute. You want to contribute to the world. This is beautiful. Health checkup, yeah, like I said, some of you might have like mental health issues in the past, and you're finding new ways to help yourself by doing it in this sort of way. And also, good for you guys. The version of you trying to emerge is very sexy, very hot, definitely hot with all that passion. This is going to translate in your physical body as well. This is going to translate in your physical body. You're going to, however that manifests, your skin might look better because you're not holding all that bad energy, or just energy in general. Your skin might look better. You might be glowy. You might crave different kinds of foods that make you have stronger hair or nails and defines your, I don't know, legs or something. But yeah, it's definitely going to translate into your body. Like I said, like, your emotions can make you sick. It really can. It really can. So, yeah. This version of you knows that. This version of you knows that. And this version of you is so mature. You guys might be, if you're like young, if you're like 21 to 25 and this is a version of you emerging, you jumping ahead, okay? Because this is like late. Honestly, even like 25 to 30 is still so young, but like this is something like 25 to 30-year-olds will figure out because their brain is like kind of more developed. So this is like something they kind of figure out. Hopefully they'll figure this out. But besides the age really doesn't matter, to be honest. You can be 50 understanding this, because this is not easy to understand, because I wasn't taught how to understand this kind of stuff. But so no shame to anyone who is like even 60 watching this and understanding that. I'm not even going to go there, but I wish people that I love will understand that. But anyways, yeah, let's read this card, Maria Sabina. What ails you? Seeking help, helping others. Marina Sabina, who could not read or write, lived in poverty in the mountains of southern Mexico. Is considered the greatest shaman, poet, or wise one of the Mazatec language. She improvised her chants during mushroom ceremonies performed to heal the sick. Her rich spiritual vision was informed by native Mazatec beliefs as well as the Catholic faith. Yeah, you might be taking things from, you might be like using things from your culture to express yourself creatively, and that's how you're healing others, and that's how you're healing your own physical body. This is very shamanistic. This is very shamanistic. This is a shamanistic pile I'm getting. Some of you might be practicing or going through that journey, but I don't really know much about it, so I'm not going to talk much about it. But yeah, let me know if you are. Give me more information. I'm interested. But yeah, healing your physical body, downloading, channeling from your ancestors. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is so powerful. Okay, let's read the river. The river, the stream, the flow, the current. There is a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in a physical form, without asking anything in return. The river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all of our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us farther down the stream of transformation than we plan to go. Its waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before, with a little more lightness, grace, and fluidity. Keep in mind the you that stands within the river is a real you, full of deep emotion and potential. Nothing to hide, nothing to judge. You may drink in the sight of your true self. Wow. The river is emotion. Wow. I was just talking about that. When you are in its current, you will know it by the bursting forth of tears, laughter, song, despair. All of the emotions flow in its current. You can only resist the river for so long. Eventually it will pull you toward change, so you may as well get in with style and grace. Yes. Style and grace. Through your art, style, grace, maturity. Go deeper. Barry Lopez's River Notes, Roni Horn's Stillwater. I'm going to play one of those at the end of the video if you want to listen. Yeah, when light, acceptance, grace, reflection, forgiveness. I think that pretty much sums up the reading. The version of you trying to emerge is taking ownership of your emotions and transmuting them. The version of you trying to emerge is creative. The version of you trying to emerge is beautiful, inside and out. The version of you trying to emerge is mature. The version of you trying to emerge is a blessing to other people. You're an avenger. The version of you trying to emerge is the avenger. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming, pile number 2. I really enjoyed reading that. You guys are very powerful people, and please let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's get started. Please let me know how you're doing in the comments. I really love this little community I have, because you guys are all so kind to me. To be honest, you guys leave the most beautiful messages to me and comments to me. I haven't been doing pick-a cards because I've been trying to get my real life together, but now that it is semi-together, here I am with another pick-a card. And I just want to give you a good reading. And I want to give you my gratitude. So, yeah. Alright, group number 3. Let's pick some cards. Ooh. Wow. have the Strength card, the Six of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Seven. 1, 2, 3. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. Yeah. Sorry guys, I don't know Roman numerals. Oh, 6. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles reverse. Chariot reverse. Okay. Give me a second to read these. Okay, this version of you that is emerging is very, even though we don't have the Empress card here, I'm getting very Empress energy. I'm not gendering, I don't gender any of my readings, so Empress energy has nothing to do with like being a girl. It's more to do with being still and being just so comfortable in who you are. This is a simple version of how I'm going to explain this. Being so comfortable in who you are and receiving effortlessly. Being a good receiver from the universe. It doesn't just mean from one person. Like, it doesn't mean from like a masculine. But it's just like, just receiving. Just being comfortable in who you are. The version of you that's emerging is being comfortable with who you are. Maybe some of you in the past have given out more energy than you thought you should have. Looking back, and maybe some of you were more on the controlling side. Maybe some of you have been like, I'm not getting what I think I deserve. I'm not good enough. Maybe some of you maybe a lot of you might have lacked a lot of confidence. Yeah. And I'm seeing the version of you emerging that's trying to emerge. It's the version of you that's the opposite of that. This is the version of you that knows your worth, put simply, and are able to get the things you want by not forcing anything. Obviously, there's times where you need to take action. There's always a time to take action. But I'm seeing you being put on the observer side of things, relishing in what there is around you, being very satisfied. This is very human. Well, let me think. Maybe not very human, but yeah, this is kind of human. Like, just observing around you. Like, imagine, this is just a concept. You know how you're in the park or like a beautiful beach and you just sit there and you're alone, or maybe where you're with other people, and you look around and you observe, and you're just still, you don't think yourself, and you observe around you, and you're like, maybe you look closer at the ocean and you're like, that's a seashell. That is such a beautiful seashell. And you pick it up and you're like, okay, I'm gonna keep this. And you're like, wow, look at that couple over there playing volleyball. He just blew her a kiss. I'm really happy I saw that. That was sweet. You know what I mean? Like, or like, you see from far, far away, there's like a birthday party or something, and everyone's smiling, and it's just beautiful. Like, you're receiving all these beautiful things. You're seeing all these beautiful things, and you know that you're not seeing it in a mindset of lack. You're seeing it in like a mindset of like, there's so many things I love, and I'm so happy that I brought all this beauty into my life, all these things into my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? you're letting the version of you trying to emerge is understanding the universe a bit more. The version of you trying to emerge understands that sometimes you have to fall back and be the observer, and sometimes that's the best way you're gonna get the things you want. And maybe the things you want, maybe not even the things you want, maybe stuff even better. You're like sitting back and letting the journey take you, because you believe that you're gonna get what you deserve. The version of you trying to emerge is not sitting there in the mindset of lack. Okay? And that's so, I understand being in the mindset of lack. Like, it's just such a debilitating way to be. Like, the mindset of being in the mindset of lack is just, it's so hard to get out of too. It makes you feel ugly. It makes everything around you ugly. It's isolating. But you're going to be the opposite of that. The version of you trying to emerge is being like, nah, I'm happy to be here. I have everything I need. Therefore, I'm going to get everything I want. It's letting go of control. Some of you need to hear that. Some of you need to hear that you need to let go of control, because you're getting in the way of your own blessings. And I know we've heard that saying. So I'm going to say it to you, because I think one or two of you need to hear that. You're getting in the way of your own blessings. But luckily for a lot of you, this version of you is emerging already. So yeah. Okay, let's read your oracle cards. All right, so we have stability, divine consciousness, connected. Yeah. The version of you trying to emerge is definitely manifesting, or just like getting you to that stability and security within yourself by being connected with other people. And you can't do that in a mindset of not lack. And it takes having consciousness to understand that you are not in a mindset of just understanding how to manifest. The version of you trying to emerge is going to be very good at manifesting. I need to stop using that word, because that word is like very much overused, I think. So I don't want to confuse everybody. But this version of you trying to emerge is understanding how to get the things you want in a way where you're not hurting yourself or others, in a way where it's effortless, in a way where you end up being, it ends up being like second nature to you. It's kind of magical, to be honest. This version of you emerging is gonna just be magic. Okay, let's see. Have the mask. Be still. Make a vision board. Goddess. Yes. And Agatha Christie. Let's see if this is in frame. Okay. So yeah, definitely I want to touch on being still, because there's a lot to get into here. And it's very fun stuff, actually, that I'm going to get into. But when I'm saying like, when I say things like not being so much in control, trying to be in control of things, I mean like, you have to understand that the universe does its thing its own way, and it eventually will give you the thing that you want. I'm seeing that a lot of you guys are wanting to get a certain thing, and you think you're manifesting, but you're actually getting in the way, because You're not letting the universe do its thing. It's a state of paranoia. It's a state of, it's like I said, it's like a state of lack. You have to be still. The goddess isn't out there forcing their blessings to come. It says the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, sensuality. It's being so comfortable and feeling so sexy within yourself and feeling like you are the shit. And that's how you attract. It's physics. It's honestly physics. Like, you can't be out here like chasing something that you really want. Okay, there's a difference between chasing and doing your part. Like, you always need to do your part, but you need to be receptive in order to get it. I hope that's coming through right. But anyways, let's get to the fun energy of this. Like, I'm seeing actually a lot of you guys are going to be doing a lot of like, this has a lot to do to me with like clothes and hair and just like the fun stuff, like making yourself look good, like physically, like look like the thing that you want. I'm seeing that with the mask here and the vision board and trickery. Like, the version of you emerging is someone who can trick the environment to get what you want in the good way. So for example, like if you want a certain job, you have to dress like someone who has that job. You know what I'm saying? It's just like little things like that. And I'm thinking that a lot of you guys know that is true in the case. And that's why this version of you is slowly emerging. But really pay attention to these things, because these things they very much work. They do work. So, yeah, this version of you trying to emerge knows that. And the version of you trying to emerge looks incredible, is confident, is sensual, is irresistible, is healthy, can wear different masks for the things that they need, knows how to switch up, isn't too stuck on one's particular way of being. Yeah. Let's read this card, Agatha Christie. Let's read that. Suspicion, Deception, The Missing Piece. Agatha Christie wrote nearly 70 detective novels, making her the most popular novelist in all of history, taking place in a British aristocratic world filled with luxury trains, handsome estates, and butlers. Her books keep the reader guessing about the truth behind her murders until the shocking twist are revealed. Yeah, you're fun. You're fun and you're wanted in all. This version of you emerging is someone who's fun and is wanted in all spaces, because you know how to turn on that charisma to get the things you want. Like they say, like Marilyn Monroe, how they turned on the character Marilyn Monroe. You remember that? But that's the energy you're giving. You're giving that. You're like turning it on. Like, this person was a part of like a very luxurious group. So that might be the message here. The version of you emerging is going to be kind of like adjacent to luxury if you switch up your mindset. This pile has the potential to get all of the wealth and luxurious things they want. They just need to get out of this lack mindset. And it does take a while. It's hard, but it's very important. This version of you emerging is goddess energy, okay? Let's read the mask. The mask, The persona, the performance, the reveal. We often think of a mask as something that conceals our identity, yet contemplate the possibility that the mask permits our true identity to be revealed. It allows. The mask gives voice to that which was previously rejected. When this card appears, enact the side of you that is seeking expression, yet was never given a role to play on the stage of your life. You are in the realm of theater, so anything is possible. Speak with the other's voice, embody the other's limbs. You are taking part in the ritual of expanding the self. The ritual of expanding the self. There may be mischief and deception around, and others may be trying on new masks too. No one is sure who is who. It's likely you've become so attached to a single mask that you need to fall face forward into this perception-bending time. Trust it. Think of a mask or costume you wore that felt empowering, marvelous, or fun. Who was it you were being? Is that who's still within you? As the Zen koan suggests, meditate on your original face, the one you had before your mother and father were born. Ooh. When light reveals what has been suppressed. Go deeper. The masks of James Ensor, Joanne Jonas, Jimmy Durham. I'm going to leave something at the end of the video about that. But yeah, it allows, the masks it allows you to be the person that you need to be. This is literally the version of you trying to emerge. What is a costume? What's a mask that made you feel empowered? How about you go about it like that? Like, I know a lot of us are talking about right now, like, be delusional. You need to be delusional maybe to get to this place. I'm seeing that a lot of you, it's hard for you to get to this place, but there's so much potential here. There's so much potential here for this group. But the version of you trying to emerge as a goddess, this version of you trying to emerge as a performer, they're fun. They've received so many gifts from everyone. They receive so much from people. The version of you emerging is just, people want to worship you, okay? So I really want you guys to get out of this mindset of lack. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying for maybe 3 of you that you might be in this mindset of lack. So I really hope that this message resonates with those who need to hear it. And I love you so much. Group number 3. And thank you for coming to my reading. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.